na Asareka, naendelea pamoja na Asareka, watoto wasoma vizuri pamoja na Asareka, sana kuwa raisi pamoja na Asareka, tunashinda umasikini pamoja na Asareka, pamoja na Asareka, pamoja na Asareka.
Reducing hunger and poverty in the world is one of the Millennium Development Goals targets. In some developing countries, especially in Asia, some progress has been registered, while in Eastern and Central Africa, food insecurity and high rates of malnutrition in young children remains a big challenge in many rural communities. In this regard, the Association for Strengthening Agricultural Research in Eastern and Central Africa, ASARECA, in collaboration with National Agricultural Research Institutes in East and Central Africa, developed a new variety of potatoes called Orange Fresh Sweet Potato, OFSP. The Orange Fresh Sweet Potato is known to be a cheap source of beta-carotene that is responsible for vitamin A. Vitamin A deficiency reduces disease resistance, impairs growth, increases mortality, and can lead to blindness. It has also been found that OFSP leaves can be prepared into delicious dishes that are rich in carbohydrates and vitamin B, C, and E, which help in quick recovery from illnesses. With support from the African Development Bank through Forum for Agricultural Research in Africa, FARA, ASARECA has implemented OFSP varieties under the Dissemination of New Agricultural Technologies in Africa project, DONATA.
The drive for DONATA was to improve livelihoods, nutrition, and generally income. So DONATA is about getting technologies that are proven, there is demand for them, and using innovative ways to make them available to end users.
Scaling up the dissemination, utilization, and outcome of these technologies has significantly contributed to improved incomes, livelihoods, and nutrition in some rural communities.
It was very important that for us, the technologies were in the region. We had worked with the partners to develop them. It was very important that we upscale them to the other areas and other countries who had not received them.
The dissemination of OFSP has been implemented under a multi-stakeholder platform for partners, using the Innovation Platform for Technology Adoption, IPTA approach, where the different players along the OFSP value chain can access information and knowledge from research to generate goods and services to the beneficiaries. Driven by the nutritional benefits associated with OFSP, coupled with advantages of working under the IPTA approach, the different stakeholders along the OFSP value chain have exploited opportunities in vine and tuber production, value addition, and marketing of the crop. In Western Kenya, for instance, where over 30% of people are involved in the growing of OFSP in the districts of Busia, Bungoma, and Kakamega, a number of them have had their livelihoods transformed. For example, Jirani Mwema, a group of 30 farmers in Busia that deals in the multiplication of OFSP vines, sold over 100 bags of vines to other farmer groups in the area, as well as Kenya's Ministry of Agriculture at the onset of their project. The group has since plowed back their income to venture into another project of greenhouse farming.
Tukaanza kupanda viazi vya kwanza ambavyo vilitupatia mbegu, tukauza mbegu kwa faida ya zaidi ya 10,000, ilikuwa ndio mwanzo, na tukapata viazi ndivyo vilikuwa mingi, tukaviuza magunia 15 kwa msagaji ambaye tulimpata kutoka Mundika. Kwa sasa hivi, kutokana na miradi ambayo tumepata kutoka upanzi wa viazi, kwa kikundi mahali tuna center ya kufanyia miradi, tumechimba water reserve ambaye sasa hivi kuna maji pale. Tumepata nafasi ya kuinua greenhouse.
The success of one group has consequently had a multiplier effect on the production of OFSP in the region. Various farmer groups as well as individuals have opened up more land for potato production. Patrick Makoha started multiplying OFSP vines from less than a quarter an acre, which he has been progressively increasing to the current 7 acres. This has enabled him to construct a permanent house and pay school fees for his children.
I've been able to take my children through secondary school to finished college, and now they're employed. I've been able to come from a grass-thatched house which I was staying in, and I've been able to construct a permanent house which I feel is now comfortable for me. And on the same, I've been able to acquire a second-hand pickup which normally used for distributing the seed and also buying the roots and bringing them here for processing. And also from the sales of the sweet potato vines, I've been able to acquire a motorbike which I use for going around and monitoring issues. So I can say it is really beneficial to me.
Makoha is not alone. Peter Wanyama Kere, also a seed multiplier from Bungoma district, cannot hide his joy either. Wanyama sold 146 bags of vine and potato tubers to earn 44,000 Kenya shillings.
This money helped me a great deal. I have a student in the University of East African Catholic University Eldoret. I had remained with an installment of 40,000. Immediately I was given this money, I rushed to go and deposit it on her account. And the exam was just next door.
With the entry of more players in the production of OFSP, farmers started experiencing bumper harvests. And over time, there was surplus of tubers that could not be consumed locally. It is at this stage that they came together to set up collecting centers where the industry processors could come and buy their tubers in bulk. This is Mukakasa Market, one of the many collecting centers for sweet potatoes. Here, farmers bring in their tubers to be weighed a day before they are bought.
We have 4 farmer groups around. They came up with this collection center, and they decided that on every Wednesday they will be collecting sweet potatoes at this particular place. They agreed on mutual agreement that the buyer will be buying at 12 shillings per kilo. So tomorrow they are expected at least to collect 1.5 tons.
Siwongo Drainage and Irrigation Self-Help Group is one of the major players in the OFSP value chain and has gone a step further to process the surplus tubers into acceptable grades of flour that is sold in the mainstream markets in Nairobi.
We started chipping the excess that we had, more than the one that we could not consume. We started chipping, but initially our product was not good. When it went to the market, it had not been done well. There was a lot of sand, so almost half a ton was rejected because of poor quality. So we came back again, we were retrained, CARI people came, they trained us, and also Farm Concern came and retrained us. So we started making some small amounts of flour. We would make about 150 kgs, 250 to 300 kgs until the production was now going on well, and also the market, they were doing a lot of promotion for the product to be known in the market, and the demand began to grow.
Certainly, with the multiple benefits of OFSP, more players have joined the value chain to process the crop for more income. Tangakona Commercial Village is a small-scale farmer group of 196 members, 102 of which are women. The group specializes in processing of cereals and other products for better markets.
The chippings are chipped by chip machine which produces the chips which are now grind, then turned into flour. This flour is now molded and transformed into various foods. For example, we can now make what we call chapatis from the flour of these potatoes, orange flakes potatoes. We can now get also mandasis from the same flour.
With the increased acreage of land under OFSP, effective IPTA linkages, high demand and income generation, the next stage will be for farmers to install milling machines, modern packing machines, and establish their own brands that will be spread to other areas in the region.